certain way, right? And the thing is that biases exist everywhere. And I want to be clear here. When I got into the gym space, I was young. I was so young looking that I knew no one took me seriously. And so I lied about being the owner. I lied. So when people came in, I just said, I'm the owner, and I'd worked out a deal that I would potentially earn in my ownership. So I had this whole backstory that I made up in the beginning because I looked so young that no one would believe that I was the one who owned the gym. And so I'm saying this because I get it. And to be fair, I look the way I look. If I have a tank top on, like we moved into a very nice penthouse, my neighbors immediately complained about me. He literally sent to the email to the front desk of the building and said, what is this, Beverly Hillbillies who moved in next to us? I'm not kidding. And so the thing is that, I mean, I thought it was fucking hilarious. I died. I thought it was great. But the thing is that, what does that mean? He has a bias against people who look like me, right? Who wear wife beaters and walk around like that on a regular basis. And he thinks, wow, this guy, I've had negative experiences with people like him. And so the thing is I have a friend from college way back when, black guy, and he hated that there was a stereotype that black people don't tip. He hated it. And so rather than try and say, this is unfair, the world is unfair, this bias exists, you know what he did? He was always really nice and he always over-tipped. That was what he did. He over-tipped. Because the thing is that let's play out the scenarios. You bitch and moan and you say, you know what? This person didn't buy because I'm young. This person didn't buy because I'm a woman. This person didn't buy because of whatever. And the thing is let's say you do some empirical study and you prove it right. Now what? Great. You prove that you have a disadvantage. Okay. Again, now what? Hey, if you want to get around people who are actually winning, who look like you, who smell like you, who talk like you, and are doing what you want to do, I'd like to invite you to the School Games community at school.com/games. I take calls in there. I put content that's like this and more personalized inside of that community. And I drop a huge amount once a month, an 8-hour training on how to actually take this stuff and win anyways. And so if that's interesting, school.com/games, see you in there. The thing is that arguing for proving a bias is good for society, bad for the individual. And as far as we're concerned, this is a single player game, life. And so we've got to go through it with the assumption that nothing's going to change. And what are we going to do about it anyways? Because no one gets better by feeling sorry for themselves. No single person has ever gotten better by proving that they were the victim of something, ever. And so whether you're an employee and you feel like you're getting passed up for the promotion, and the amount of times that we get this too, like I'm a business owner. We have a lot of businesses. We have a lot of employees. And the thing is that if someone gets passed up, maybe there is a bias because biases will always exist. But the only thing you can do is be better than the bias. You have to be better than the bias. You have to be so fucking good that you have to overcompensate. He didn't tip normally. He tipped more than normal so that he could be one light on the bad dots that he felt that the people who had served him in the past had experienced. And so to give you a story that I had with Jacob. So he was the young kid. He sounded like a child on the phone. And the reason they weren't buying the deals from him was because he sounded like a fucking child on the phone. And the thing is that what if they're right? And I think this is where people get even more offended. Is like, what if the bias that you have, what if the bias that you've experienced against, what if it's true? And this is where people get, what if I do act like a hillbilly? Right? What if I did act immature because I was young? Now what? And so the thing is that, one, if you prove that there's a bias, again, so what? Now you've proven that there's a bias, your life's not any better. Version 2, what if they're right? So one, you're proving that there's a bias and you don't act that way. The next vein of thinking is, what if they're right about it? What if you are exactly the stereotype? What if I am immature? What if I don't show up on time? What if I am emotional because I act like a child, because I haven't matured yet, because I haven't enough experience in life? Now, what if I'm not consistent because I haven't learned that skill yet, which more young people have that than old people. Old people are notoriously consistent. They love their routines. How many 80-year-olds do you know who don't have routines? Hard to not have one when you're 80, right? You have to break the stereotype of old people by being spontaneous, right? And so the thing is like, these stereotypes exist because biases exist because we're going to always learn. We're always going to make judgments. But it comes down to, Whether your restaurant's on the wrong side of the street, whether you have a red face or a green face, or you're short and girls don't like short guys. Okay, if you believe the bias, then you make it true. You make it real. You give it more power rather than less. And so I look like this. I look probably, in terms of like my look, I probably look right leaning. I probably look a little bit hillbilly-ish. If I put the wife beater on, then I definitely look dumber in general. I mean, when I had my gym, I had many people ask